Today we are going to learn about anchor tag. So what is anchor tag in HTML? So, so if I want to navigate from one page to another page, or we can say to a section of the same page, so we can use anchor tag. So anchor tag is also known as a hyperlink, like any other HTML tags. Suppose here I am taking one anchor tag. Suppose my first page. So now we can open with live server. So now it is a normal same like other tags. It is not a line because we haven't mentioned href attribute. When we mention href attribute, so it is working like a one link. Just suppose okay, here we can mention Google page, google.com. We can copy this link. So now it is act as a one link because it is now it is act as a one link. When we click on this link, it will open Google page. Now it by default is opening into the same tab. Suppose I don't want to open in a same tab, I want to open into the new tab, means other tab. So we need to use target attribute. So by default it has a self. By default that attribute value is a self, means it is open into the same like self, top and parent. It is working like same. Just if I want to open that link into the new tab, so we need to use blank. So now it is opening into the new tab. So our file is here, and like if I want to navigate in a same page with the help of href attributes, just suppose here I am adding one anchor tab like top. Here we can use break. And just here I am mentioning one ID. Suppose ID we can give top, and I am adding some dummy data in a para, like with the help of VS Code extension like lorem, and how much data I want to add, so we can add this value. So if I want to format this data information or whatever we can say data, we need to press like shift alt F, so it will format this entire data. Suppose I want to add one more para, because I want to add extra scroll bar, vertical scroll bar I want to add. So now it is fine. And at the bottom I want to add one more button, one more anchor tag like bottom. So when I click on this bottom, it will, here I want to add top, and here I want to add bottom, because I want to navigate to the bottom when I click on this bottom. Okay, so when I click on this bottom anchor tag, it will navigate to this para. So I'm adding href attribute here, and with the help of hash we are mentioning that id name. So we have mentioned which id, here we have mentioned top. Suppose I'm adding bottom, so same id we need to pass here. Before we need to pass hash bottom. Okay, and here I want to add one id like top, means I want to navigate from, when I click on this link it will navigate to the top. So here in this para I need to use href attribute, and here I will use hash and this top id. One minute. Vice versa I need to do. So here we need to use href attribute, and here I need to pass id. So top, and here hash bottom, and here at the place of id we need to use, because href attribute is a anchor tab attribute, and okay, top, and before that also I need to mention hash. Here I need to change like hash bottom and 1 minute href hash bottom. So we have mentioned hash top is for this. Okay, hash bottom. Just here I need to use id. So now it is will act as a link. So when I click on bottom it will navigate to the bottom para, and when I click on top it will navigate to the first para. So with the help of id we can do. href attribute we need to mention into the anchor type, and id we need to mention into the para, means href is a anchor tag attribute, so we need to adjust. We are mentioning here, we are mentioning id. So before that in href, before that like that whatever means as per we can give any name, but for understanding, 1 minute I have mentioned, and just before that we need to mention hash, so it will work like it will navigate, then it will navigate. So in the same section we can navigate with the help of id and href attribute. And same, suppose if I want to open particular number with the default application, so we can use we need to mention just anchor tag. Same with the help of href attribute. href attribute just we need to mention telephone. For telephone, after that colon we need to add, but any suppose I'm adding a random value. 23. So by default it will open, default means it will open that number with default application. So my default application is Skype, so it will open it. It will showing open that with Skype. suppose call. We can remove, we can comment this para. So when I click on this call, so it is showing one pop-up window, open Skype, because my default application is Skype. Then suppose I want to show JavaScript. I want to show alert like hello world using JavaScript and HTML. Means without using JavaScript, we can showing that alert as a hello world in the HTML also. So same with the help of href attribute. With the help of href attribute, here I need to mention and also we can use email too. So first we are looking JavaScript, then colon, and we need to show alert as a hello world. So when I click on this link, suppose I'm adding contain as a data. So when I click on link like data, I'm adding one BR tag. So it will add some space. So when I click on link as a data, link on like data link, so it will showing alert like hello world. So with the help of this JavaScript colon alert, we can with the help of href also we can show this alert into the HTML without writing JavaScript code. And also email to one more value with the help of href attribute email to, we can send email to colon, and like we can mention like which person I want to share this email, so we can mention that person email. So here I am adding my email ID sh Kedekar. Okay, so by default so it will open that email ID with default application. Same like when we click on call link in a minute, email to sorry, not email, mail to. So by default it is opening my Outlook email window, means Outlook default application, and here also it is showing because mail to I have mentioned my email ID, so it is showing from, because it is showing from like my email ID, and so to I have mentioned this. Suppose I have mentioned other, we can add any. Suppose here I am adding random other, so it will showing in two, like it will show one any two. So in two it is showing. Now I have changed my email ID here because this mail is sending from my side, so it is showing from it is showing my email ID, and for mention I have mentioned ashu123@gmail.com, so it is showing here in two. So with the help of mail to value we can directly open, means where from which to where email ID I want to send this mail. We can also mention subject with the help of some values like cc, and also with the help of HTML5 features, like we can use download attribute in anchor tag, so we can download that particular file. But before that, like we need to save this file into our folder. So I have downloaded one image here first, and just I'm passing that with the help of href attribute. We need to pass here also, we must need to pass href attribute, and here we can pass that path where we have keep that image. And before after that, just we need to pass download. We can pass like which name I want to pass for downloading this file, so we can pass any name also. So otherwise we can keep as a like the same, where we no need to pass any file name. Suppose here I'm passing flower extension. By default it will add when we download this file. Here I need to pass download image. Suppose download image. So when I click on download image, so now I have mentioned by default it is taking JPG. It will take as per. So I have mentioned here flower in download file name. I have mentioned flower, so that's why it is while downloading by default it is showing flower. Means it will download that file. Suppose I haven't mentioned any name here. Just we can keep as a download, and now I'm clicking on download image. So by default, like I am already I have downloaded that file, and we have mentioned that path in a href attribute. So by default it is taking 1 because we here we have saved this file with the help of 1.jpg. So by default it is showing that name. Otherwise whatever name we have mentioned, it will show that name while downloading. And also we can directly one. Suppose I want to take image from, okay. So thank you guys.